From what I've learned through the indigenous people around the world and about human consciousness, there is a way to, there is a vibration and a way to be. They all talk to me about this, that they know these things are coming. The Mayans are about to give their predictions and everything on this, and they know this is coming. But there is a way that if you are connected to Mother Earth and Father Sky through your heart in a certain way, that they all are discussing with me, that you can just stand there and not even be concerned. Because what happens is Mother Earth actually changes the reality around you. She selects these people that have this vibration, these people that are in their heart, and she keeps them alive. And this is one of the big secrets about all of this that has been known before. But people have been able to change the world around where they live based on their ability to stay within their heart. If you live in your mind, what the indigenous people are saying, you don't stand a chance. We have been working with what we call reversing consciousness, just like reverse engineering and things. We started with the human light body, and we've mapped that whole thing out. And then after that, we went into the internal brain structure of the pineal gland, the pituitary glands, the thalamus, etc., and how all of that works. And just as in most human beings, the Merkaba field, or the light body, is not working. It's like a seed. It's there, it's intact, but it's not actually functioning. Even when you activate it, there's still more to it, and it's not talked about in any of these books. This will be another book coming up that it took me a long time to understand this, and this is all indigenous people that taught me all this stuff. I mean, they know the inside of the brain better than most brain surgeons. It's amazing what they know about this stuff. There are 8 beams of light that come out of the head, or should come out of the head, if the head is healthy and functioning, just like the light body itself. If it's functioning, it begins to spin and do all these things. Well, these 8 beams of light are, on most people, have reduced to just this little colors that are around the head. They look like fog almost. But with a certain understanding, with a certain breathing and awareness that you do, these beams pop out, a sphere of light forms around the head, and you begin to glow, and you can scientifically see it. And that is part of how this outer world was created. There's a connection through all of this. There's 3 different glands and 3 chakras that have to be aligned, and when they are, and when they're functioning together, what is called your third eye opens up, and it is prepared to receive something from somewhere else in your body, which we now know is the heart itself. And hidden deep inside the heart is a little tiny space that Stanford, through heart math, is mapping and trying to describe scientifically what it is, where creation takes place. And this is where all these stars and planets, if you go back into a book called the Upanishads, 6,000 years old, it's 108 people that went into their heart and went from their mind back into their heart. And when they got in there, they just wrote about their experiences. That's all it is. But in there, they all talk about how when you go inside the heart and you're not in your brain at all, you're in your heart, and you look around, you open up, and there's the stars. All of them, exactly as they are here. There's the belt of Orion, the whole thing, just like the same feeling of depth of space, the same everything. And it's almost like the human body duplicated this reality. But what we now know, and what the ancient teachings all say, is that that's where it was originally created. And from that image of the stars and planets and the earth included, that image was transmitted along toroidal lines of energy that Stanford has found. This is a toroidal field. It is unique. As you can see, these different colors will come through and fold on itself. So this can not only turn this way, but simultaneously it can be rotating this way while it's doing this. There is no other shape in existence that can do this. This is completely unique. It's the first shape that comes out of creation. But this shape is around the human body, and it comes out of the heart. And it's a big one, and it's 8 to 10 feet in diameter. And then inside is a smaller one that's about this big, that's around here. And they know it comes out of the heart. Well, along the lines of this inner one here, the image that comes from the heart comes up along these lines, comes to these tubes of light that are out of your head in a very specific order, and receives them. They come into this pattern in here, they come out through, and then there's a geometrical field out right at your fingertips that Leonardo da Vinci discovered. And that one is the projection screen, basically. And the inner worlds of the heart are projected out through the mind out here, and then we think it's real. And we're really walking around in our mind. It's not really real. It's an illusion. And they've said this for 6,000 years. In Hindu, it's called Maya, which is illusion, which actually means not true. And the ancient teachers and enlightened ones from a long time ago knew this. And this is how creation takes place. This might be a good place to talk about this DVD that was out called The Secret. And The Secret is how to create through the mind, how you can actually create something. You can bring whatever you want to yourself, if you're inclined to think in materialistic ways, that you can bring money to yourself, or all these things that they were talking about. Or you can create healings for yourself, and you can make your body healthy. Or you could bring people to you want. And behind that they talk about the law of attraction, where you are, you bring to yourself whatever you're thinking and feeling. You create a vibration, and that energy begins to come toward you. Sure, this is all true, but that's assuming that what is out here is the source of creation and is real. And it's also assuming something that they didn't understand when they wrote this, but which the Tibetan Buddhism did understand, and some of the other ones were clear on. The writing of the Secret is not new. They found, Greg Braden wrote a book called The Isaiah Effect, which was based on a scroll that was found in a clay pot from about 500 BC, near where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. And it talks about the same exact information that is in The Secret, that your thoughts are based on logic, and you can go through where you place your attention and your intention, and your intention has 3 basic patterns of what happens with your mind, your heart, and your body. And if you engage all these things together at one time, yeah, you're going to get exactly what your intention is. But what the creators of The Secret don't understand is the instrument that the creation is being done through is the mind. It's the brain. And the brain is a polarized tool. You've got the left brain and the right brain. And then the left and right is the front lobes and the back lobes. And it keeps going through what I believe is 64 different divisions. The same 64 divisions of the 64 codons that are in the human DNA. And so it is possible to bring to you what you want or what you intend through your intentions. But what you will also get is the exact equal and opposite force coming from behind you where you can't see. Our eyes see this way, but we can't see this way. And so you get what you want coming this way, and you're going to get exactly what you don't want coming from behind. And so, and there is now a man named Dr. James Hart out of California, one of the brain experts in the world. He's considered one of the two greatest brain experts on the planet ever to live. And he agrees with me that they've found scientifically that you can go in using the brain and you can create anything, but you always get the opposite thing also.